What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am the Crypto Crow. It's 3:52 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I figured, you know what? It's Friday. Let's have a little fun with our FUD. I've been. Well, some of you guys are going to laugh at me. I'm going to show you something. I might be ready. I might be losing like $4,000 in Bitcoin here soon on a long trade that just went bad, and I knew what I should have been doing. I knew what I was doing, and I'm not dead in the water yet, but I'll show you what's going on here in a minute. But I figured I would show you guys some cool stuff about WasteLand 3 while some of you guys are popping into chat, because this has been my new addiction, and it is, just to preface things a little bit, I played the original WasteLand on an SX64 way back in the day, and it was one of the eeriest, creepiest games for me back then, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And then I played WasteLand 2, and that was super, super good. But this WasteLand 3 really takes things to a whole new level. And I'm not kidding. And they're not even paying me to say this. I wish. I'm not a gaming YouTuber. But I'm trying to share some love. Like, if you've got nothing going on this weekend and you want something you really want to be able to dive into and have a good time, WasteLand 3 is sick, folks. It is amazing. The graphics are sick. Everything about it is sick. The storyline is good. The choices that you have to make are really kind of tricky. Like, anything you do can go one way or another, or even a third or more. Like, there's just a very big branch of like choices and things that could be happening. And I try to play. I always try to play a game the first time the way I am, like how, what this is. And then sometimes once I've done that, then I might play it again and just be as evil and mean and terrible as possible, just for giggles, just to see what happens. So I'm still like, I'm only like level maybe 11 or something like that. I think my highest skill is 7. Like, I'm still pretty early. I just got to Denver and wiped it all out. But yeah, if you're looking for something crazy fun, man, and this game is sick. It really is. It's so much fun. Now, my trade. You're going to see back here, when Bitcoin was around 11,650, I entered a long trade, because I'm like, okay, we've got a very solid uptrend. Yeah, we're probably going to have some bit of a pullback, but I didn't really expect it to be what it's been. And this is my liquidation bar. It's at like 97.85 is really, let me see. Yeah, about right there. So that's my liquidation bar. So if Bitcoin happens to wick down to that point, I will lose everything on my 5x leverage trade. Now, when Bitcoin originally, when I set my long, it had gone all the way up to 12,000. And it was that evening, I was getting ready for bed, and I saw that it had peaked out at like 12 grand. And I'm like, man, I should just take that profit, because I was up almost $700 in profit on my long trade. But because of the psychology of it, I'd watched it go up and down and up and down. It would dip below my entry point, and then it'd rise back above it. And it would dip down below my entry point and rise back above it. And I'm like, I'm just going to let it go. I don't want to mess with it, because anything could happen. The next morning, I come back and check. That's basically what I woke up to. Bitcoin was down like $1,000 overnight. And I'm like, son of a gun, I should have just taken profits, because this would have been a great entry. And then following that, it went down even further, wicking all the way down to like 99.70. And now it's been pulling back. It's been coming back, which, I don't know how solid this is going to be. And obviously I haven't, drawn everything out. But, I'm a little nervous. I'm not super nervous. Like, I knew what I was doing. Like, anytime you're leverage trading, it was a 5x leverage trade at like 11,650. My liquidation price was, well, I could have swore it was at like 97.70, but somehow it ended up becoming 97.80 something, 85. I don't know how that happened, to be quite frank. But I'm like, what are the odds of it going from 12,000 down to 9,700? I think we're going to find out. And this is a perfect lesson for anybody, man. I mean, it doesn't matter what you do. Some of these guys, like, I honestly would not promote leverage trading to anybody who's not actively trying to trade. Like, staring at the charts all day, charting out every time frame, getting a really solid idea, planning it all out. I've literally I see something and I'm like, okay, this is what I think is going to happen, and I play it, and that's it, which is obviously not the safest way to go about it. I can also tell that the title of this video isn't very attention grabbing, considering there's only 59 people in chat. What's up, everybody? Adam R. How's it going? Howdy, Crow. What's up? Paba Lava? Stacking a load of more ADA today. Yes, indeed. And it's a part of this video. ADA, I think it's back at 10 cents. It was at like 0.9 cents. Yeah, it's back to a dime, folks. Bitcoin's at 10,581. I mean, the entire market's come down. I've had some people asking me, wow, Chainlink's down to 12.79, Polkadot's at about $5.36. So yeah, a lot of red going on. But you know what's not hurting? Tron. And I honestly believe that Tron, some people gave me hell for having Trevon James on my channel, who's obviously a major Tron advocate, and he's having a lot of fun with the DeFi applications and things on Tron. And here's the thing, I like Trevon, and I this is kind of a thing that I wanted to mention too in this video, is that there is so much anger and frustration that has been stemming from the competitive nature of cryptocurrencies, because everybody's got their favorite bag. Everybody has their favorite project that they hope is going to go to the moon and make them rich and make all their dreams come true. And in that comes this, I don't know if it's passion or just sheer negativity, but so many people, when the market's down and things aren't going so well, or something happens at all, so many people are so willing to point the finger outwardly and blame other people for the mistakes that they make, or because of like whatever. Trevon, to me, is not a bad dude. He's not a bad dude. I think he's a good dude. He's trying to raise a family. He loves cryptocurrency, and he lives and breathes what he does. He was a huge advocate for BitConnect because he did it all day, every day. That's what he did. That his whole channel was ultimately about it. And, now it's about Tron, and it's about all these different dApps on Tron, and he loves his gambling sites and his dice games and this and that. And look, to me, it's almost like my wife's grandmother, who sits and plays all these little virtual casino games on her computer all day long. She's really into it. It's a hobby for her. She's not making any money. It's just fun. She likes to watch the wheels turn, and she likes to see, virtual coins pop up. And, everybody gets into stuff. And I think it could happen to literally anybody out there. And I see so much hatred, not just about Trevon, but just across the pond. I see there being, somebody mentioned DT, crypto is very tribal. It is tribal. Why? If the market cap of cryptocurrency is ever going to get to where we want it to be, we really have to stop shunning and attacking, people like Polkadot. I love Cardano. Some people like Ethereum. It is what it is. There's plenty of room. There's plenty of room for everybody. There's just no reason to just hate and to just be nasty. I see some of these other YouTubers out there. They're all anonymous. They hide behind their moniker. They don't even show their faces or anything. And then they're putting out these videos trying to sound like smug little smartasses while they're attacking other YouTubers just because their name gets them views. To me, that's kind of like selling your soul a bit. And it shows your integrity. If you hide behind being anonymous online so that you can attack others to try and grow yourself, you have no credibility whatsoever. And it doesn't matter what your message is or how smart you are. You know, if you want to grow on YouTube, if you want to grow in the crypto space, embrace the fact that there are differences. Because to me, the tribalism that I see in cryptocurrency is no different than the tribalism I see in the world right now. How many people are running out? Gun sales have shot up over 500% in the past month alone because of all the craziness going on with Antifa and Black Lives Matter and all the political crap and this and that. Why do we have to be so divided? Why is it that we can't just find a way to work together so that we can all achieve our goals instead of constantly trying to step on the heads of those around us in efforts to rise up above them? That's just not what works, folks. That's the lazy person's way of thinking. You know, to hate your neighbor because they're different, that's lazy and that's ignorant. And I see that kind of thing happening in crypto, and it pains me because that's not what this is all about. That's really not what this is all about. This is all about a community effort to build a new technology to change the world in the future as we know it in a way that helps provide more to those with very little and giving all of us an opportunity to rise up above or even into the middle class. And I feel like anytime somebody's disgusting or nasty or mean because they're holding a bag of this project so they're going to shit all over another one just because they think it's somehow going to help, no, you're hurting not only the other people in the community, but you're hurting yourself. Because the longer we have this tribalism and this global divide in cryptocurrencies, really for nothing more than the sake of our own greed, the harder it's going to be for newcomers to enter the space in a way that they can be educated properly. And there's no reason that anybody can't participate in things on Tron, Ethereum, Cardano, you name it. There's room and there's a use case for all of us. I am hoping for the day when we can all finally put all of this bullshit aside and start actively working together for the betterment of the space and to establish more mass adoption. That's what we need in crypto, not divide and conquer. That's not going to help us get anywhere. Yeah, no, it's not really about a rant. I don't have a rant coming. I just wanted to try and make a point. Like it's just time for everybody to put their egos aside and start working together. But anyway, okay, I want to let everybody also know, Chainwise, I'm about to start hitting this really hard. I've got some courses up, and I know some of you guys are going to see that, and you're going to be like, oh, that's not even the username, so don't try to log in because it'll automatically block you. But anyway, you can subscribe now. I don't know if this will let me. Yeah, it's $4.99 a month. And I have some courses up, and so I've got how to buy crypto 2020, a bunch of videos in there, altcoin investing, crypto bot trading, and then crypto leverage trading. And I'm going to continue adding to these courses, and I'm about to add another one that's actually going to be pretty special. It's going to be pretty interesting because there are going to be a lot of discounts and things from other companies. Excuse me. And it's all going to be behind the membership. All of the groups. Pretty much everything community driven about this is going to be hidden behind the membership. Why? Because this site was already starting to get plagued with spam, plagued with people posting all kinds of crap, shady links, all kinds of stuff. So we nip it in the butt. And it's $5 a month. It supports the site. The more members I get on the site, the more work I'm going to put into it. And there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. And there's a lot of stuff that I want to add to this site. So now that I got the membership stuff working, I had some people in the community test it. They said it works. It opened the whole site up for me. I'm loving it. So yeah, I mean, and you can learn a lot, and I expect everybody's going to learn a lot. And at some point, I'm going to have actual certificates that are going to be built into the system so that when you complete a course, you're actually going to get a certificate with your username and everything on it. Yeah, like I'm this is going to be my big thing, I think, moving forward. I want to build it up. I'd love to see a few thousand people on there learning, exchanging, the community growing, all of that fun stuff. And, there are going to be a lot of rewards associated with being a part of the site moving forward in the future. There are going to be beta test opportunities for different things. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff that I'm going to be doing with the members of the site. So if you have an interest at all, I suggest you maybe joining and just get ready to be along for the ride. Using a DeFi protocol now costs more than $50 as Ethereum fees skyrocket. This situation is eerily reminiscent of December of 2017. Gas prices on Ethereum posted fresh all-time highs on Tuesday, as making a transaction now requires bidding more than 450 GWE, according to ETH Gas Station. Fees reach as low as 2 GWE in calm periods and were previously considered high at 30. It's absolutely insane how high Ethereum fees are going. Making a simple Ether to DAI exchange on Uniswap requires $55 in gas fees. Curve estimates a price of $33, while a trade on Mooniswap will cost over $80. Supplying an asset to Compound similarly requires about $57, while on Aave it requires $44. I mean, the success of DeFi is likely going to end up becoming its own wooden stake. I mean, it's just, and here's the thing that I don't really understand, and I've never really dove quite deep or too deep into the DeFi space, because like I've always said, I just don't trust a lot of it yet. There are a few that I think are probably pretty good, and that's all fine and dandy. But I'm just not, I'm not 100% on it, and I don't do it. And at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, even if I'm staking Ethereum and I'm getting another token so that it's yielding more tokens, what's the utility? Outside of accumulating other tokens, you know, that doesn't necessarily even mean much unless those tokens are liquid and have solid value, and they typically don't have much of a value unless there's a strong utility for them. So I guess I'm just confused to all of the hoopla. Why is everybody chasing this stuff? How are these tokens much different? And I'm truly asking. Answer in the comments below. How are these tokens any different from any of the crap tokens that we get airdropped? If you have like a Mew wallet address or something, you have you got five crapola coins. Whoop-de-doo. They're not, like, what can you do with them? I don't understand a lot of this stuff still. And I'm probably going to end up like buying a DeFi book and reading through the entire thing and just like better understanding. But stuff like Sushi, the highest volume pair on the exchange is Sushi Ethereum at about $140 million. Sushi just came out like a thin air. And it's booming. Why? What's the point of it? Yields on farming the Sushi token currently range from 1,000% to 3,000% annualized, or slightly less than 1% daily. What happened to the last thing that was yielding 1% daily? Curiously, farmers appear to be opting primarily for the Sushi ETH pool, the only circular pool that requires first buying Sushi to earn it, even though its yield is only average at 2,000%. Average only 2,000%. It's absolute insanity. Absolute insanity to me. Ethereum gas fees reach $500,000 as Ethereum price hits a 2020 high at $486. Oh gosh, Ethereum miners earned a record $500,000 in fees in a single hour, raising concerns about network stability. I mean, this article's had 13,000 views. Transaction fees on the Ethereum network have recently reached a new hourly record. According to Glassnode, an on-chain analytics firm, miners on the network earned over $500,000 in just 1 hour today as Ether rallied. Guys, I would love to be, and you know what, for those people that are in DeFi and they're making a lot of gains and things are going really well for them, maybe the gas fees aren't that big of a deal. But why? Why does it need to be on Ethereum? And I do believe that a lot of people are starting to switch over to Tron. And then once Cardano completes Goguen, hopefully sooner than later, I think we're going to see a lot of that too. So, yeah, it's just absolute insanity, man. It's absolutely insanity. Now, this is paid. This is a quick paid promo feature here. This is for Multiplier. Now, they're like a new DeFi platform that apparently just launched their beta on the 2nd. And I don't know if you can, okay, you can't see that. So on September 1st, Multiplier Protocol has completed a full audit by CertiK Certic.io, and will commence their DeFi beta release on September 2nd. So this has already happened. A total of only 1 billion MXX tokens will be allocated for minting during the beta release. And then there's some notes about what this stuff does. Low gas fees. Multiplier focused on optimizing coding lines while maintaining protocol integrity, effectively reducing gas fees spent, executing smart contracts on their DeFi mainnet. High stable yield. Unlike most platforms with daily fluctuated API, Multiplier's yield is fixed for the duration of the SSB contract. This encourages farmers to stay on one platform instead of fluttering from one platform to another in search of better yield. No liquidation risk. Another key difference between Multiplier and other DeFi platforms is there is a no risk of liquidation of collateral assets, simply due to the nature of the bonds market as opposed to lending and borrowing markets. Audited DeFi protocol. Multiplier's DeFi protocol is open sourced, verifiable, and has been audited by leading blockchain cybersecurity and smart contract auditor Certic. Let's take a quick look at Certic because I'm kind of curious. And then I have this is the thing, and you can just basically create a contract. Select what token you want. Ethereum, you plug in your amount, select how long, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and then it gives you all the details. You create the contract. I mean, it's super simple. That's cool, but yeah, I'm gonna see what Certic is real quick. They paid me like $2,000 in Bitcoin to do this segment real quick. So I'm like, okay, I'll talk about it. Raising the standards of blockchain security, leverage our team. Bitcoin.com, eMoney, Fetch AI, Golem, okay. Sandbox, okay, Binance. So these guys are pretty legit. At least this auditing group. I defy you to deny it will all end in tears. Oh, I do believe it's going to end in tears, believe me. I mean, look, some of this DeFi stuff, man, it's just flat out scary. So Multiplier.Finance is their website, and which is what I just showed you. So this is, this is the website. So Multiplier.Finance, that's the main website. So when you go here, total value locked, $1.1 million in USD Tether. And then this goes to the CeFi platform. I'm not even sure what CeFi is. CeFi.multiplier.finance. Okay. So you can, this is for yield, and then there's governance, which is coming soon, and then all the links to their social media. They do have a Telegram group, a Reddit, and so forth. So all those links are down here. So it's Multiplier.Finance, and you can try it out. I mean, look, I wonder if this will load into there. I don't think so. No, it won't. I have like a Word document with some of the different things, but yeah, I mean, this thing basically launched on September 2nd as a beta release. So like, if you're looking for something new, check it out, do some due diligence. This is their Twitter. It's Multiplier MXX. And this video here I was watching this. It kind of shows you how to do it. It's only 45 seconds, so I'll show it. Hold up. Let me plug this in real quick. Oh, it's too big. Of RAM. That's not very much, but the RAM probably need a little bit more than that. So anyway, that's a little video there for you, just to kind of take a look at Multiplier. those of you guys that are like really big in the DeFi space and playing around with these DeFi apps, it'll probably mean a lot more to you. Multiplier will officially launch our DeFi mainnet on September 9th. So right now they've just entered beta on the 2nd. On September 9th, they're launching their mainnet. C5 rewards will cease upon mainnet launch. Users are encouraged to migrate assets to the DeFi mainnet and start minting MXX. And then this is their roadmap. Audit completion was on September 2nd. Full audit report release, DeFi protocol white paper release on September 2nd. DeFi beta release. Beta platform enables token minting. And then on the 9th, launch of the DeFi mainnet. C5 platform ceases all forms of rewards. C5 users encouraged to migrate assets to DeFi platform. I mean, look, I know they're active, and I know that they're, I don't know much about these DeFi platforms, so it's difficult to say, wow, look at this cool new thing. But if you know anything about this stuff, here's a cool new thing. Check it out if you're interested. Let me know in the comments. Are you familiar with Multiplier? Have you been using it at all? Have you been taking part of any of this? Let me know in the comments what you think about it. If it's good and it's interesting and people are doing it, I'll look deeper into it on my own. They paid me $2,000, literally $2,000 in Bitcoin to tell you guys about their beta and the fact that they're getting ready to launch mainnet on the 9th, and read off some of these bullet points about their platform and the project. So there you go. Check it out. Hopefully it's fun. Multiplier beta release. Let me take one quick look at this. I don't know. I'm fearful. I'm a little fearful. So we'll see. That wallet turned me off from the ADA project. Daedalus wallet's solid now. Daedalus wallet's really good. I just had somebody download it, sync it. I just did it on a clean computer. And it was flawless. I didn't have any issues. Would I run it on like a really old computer? Maybe not. But that's okay. So taking a look at some more of the Cardano, the greatest products used by no one. Oh, we've got a Cardano fodder. ADA is rock solid. I just talked to a guy today, as a matter of fact. He's like, yo, man, between me and two buddies, we've got like 6.5 million Cardano, and we're going to stake it on your node, and then once it even gets back to its original all-time high, we're buying an island. Like, they legit have a plan to buy an island just from their Cardano investment. So I hope it works out for them. I really do, because that would just be sick. That'd be a sick. Could you imagine that press release? 3 investors bought Cardano at the low and bought an island with their profits. Like, screw a Lambo. Lambos aren't shit. We're going for an island, dude. Oh, man. Hey, Crow, how will Goguen change the future of Cardano? Please explain to those who may not know. I can't wait. Look at you. You're trying to open a big old can of worms. Goggen's going to change everything, man. I've explained a lot of this in my recent videos. I've explained all of this stuff. Once smart contracts go, the sky's the limit. Like, Cardano's going to suck up so much stuff. I know so many projects just waiting to jump from Ethereum, and even Tron for that matter. And go to Cardano. Like, everybody knows Cardano is that really pretty woman that takes her sweet time getting ready while you're in a rush. But once she comes out of that bathroom, she's $1 million, and everybody will be glad that they waited. That's the easiest, silliest way of basically saying, Cardano's worth the wait, and I'm not hurt. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it. The fact that it just dropped back down to 10 cents because the entire market came down, yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, go for it. Check it out. Look, guys, make sure you guys join Chainwise. Join it up, sign up, get a membership. It's cheap. There's no reason why you can't. Supporting this platform is going to be a big deal for me. So make sure you check it out, chainwise.us. Also, SoMe is back up. Click the links in the description. Let me know what your comments are. And yeah, man, it's Friday. Go have some fun, folks. It's Friday. When will Goguen launch, do you think? Well, I was hoping the end of this damn month, but I'm hearing it might not be the case. But I'm not worried. I'm not worried. You know, I am legitimately at a point right now. I'm just going to tell everybody. I'm legitimately at a point right now where everything I do, I want Cardano instead of Bitcoin. And so, like, I'm going to try, like, if I do paid promos and things like that on the channel, I want to try and do them for Cardano instead of Bitcoin for a while. I have my own personal goal of how much Cardano I like to have. And let's just say I wouldn't mind having my own island someday too. I don't know. Yeah, I still kick my sweet self every time I think of the day I looked at the market and I saw that I could buy 400,000 Cardano for one freaking Bitcoin, and I did not do it. I'm so mad at myself for that. Hopefully the Crow node, you know, it's growing too, actually. Hold up, let me see something here. ADA pools. So we're producing blocks. That's great. 13 million, 220 delegators. We're starting to crush it, man. Like, we're at 6% saturation. That ain't nothing. And I know this other guy, he's got another like 6.5 million ADA he's going to be staking to the pool. I mean, it's growing. It's growing every single day. And yeah, I would love to see, I don't know what saturation point, you know, it needs to be, but I think we're probably going to get there in time, because every day the Crow node is growing. So, yeah. Crow wants 5 million ADA, calling it. I don't know. But if I did have 5 million ADA someday, which I sure as hell don't now, and the market cap ever got to $1 trillion, man, every dream I've ever had would come true at that point, because I would be able to do I would be able to truly just be a philanthropist the rest of my life. I would probably paint miniatures. I would sit around, I would paint stuff like this. This is what I'm working on now. You probably can't even see it very well. But I'm painting a bunch of this stuff. I would paint these models, and then I would just like work on just, I don't know, projects that make me feel better about myself. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. It's Friday. Go have some fun, folks. Crow your coins. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. And you can always count on like Uber, right? Lyft, whatever works for you. And yeah, just stay safe. Thanks for joining me.